connect people working on similar technologies together to get functional innovation groups. And then we also work inside out and outside in, really. So, we connect investigators to companies and startups. We've worked with Rochelle to try and connect Techstars people to internal investigators who can provide some insights. And we'd be happy to work with Twin Cities-based companies as well to try and build the community here. And of course, if Kelly or anybody else from MCV is watching, they would say, well, we appreciate knowing that we do try to work with know-how agreements when appropriate. So collectively, you'd say, well, why should you contact the Innovation Accelerator with your idea? Or if you're a small company, why should you get a hold of either myself or Jamie? Because we would argue that no patient at Mayo Clinic should actually have to wait for a better solution. And so with that, we'd be happy to connect with anybody afterwards. Thank you.
Jordan.
Yeah.
So, as an insider, how is the IP protected when you talk to the outside contractors?
So we have all of our outside contractors sign a non-disclosure agreement. We do everything we can up front to ensure that everything is protected, at least from to the extent we can with an intellectual property agreement. Whether it's we don't most of our people actually don't have patents, because we go to the point where if you have an idea, I hate to say it, but a lot of times people. How many people on Mayo Clinic Ventures and they say, well, you don't really have any IP around that. And you say, well, this isn't having a problem though, right? So we do work with what we do is trusted organizations outside of the institution that have a long-standing relationships with Mayo to ensure that that the IP is completely protected. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much for the debate shops. When Luke, I have a suggestion. Would you be willing to talk about Y Combinator when we do the tabulation? Yeah. So we're going to be tabulating the results. Okay. So who's the chief walleye? Who's going to give us the? You got it right here. Okay. Okay, so these three, right?
Those three.
Okay, so I'm actually not going to announce the junior because I'm going to announce after we finalists. But our three finalists, as selected by our walleyes in presentation order, Auric Sciences, Ambient Clinical Analytics, and Micrometer. So Auric Sciences, Ambient, it's been a long day, Clinical Analytics, and Micrometer. So for the audience, you have your 3x5 card. I want you to give us your first, second, and third place. Okay, Enoch. Enoch is ready. Are you ready? And pass him.
Pass everything, all your index cards to that side of the auditorium, and Enoch will walk by and grab them high at the end.
And then you're going to have to
Okay. Yeah.
include?
Yeah, I think I would say
Probably.
I don't remember.
Good. How are you?
Thank you. I'm really
I think Enoch has the hardest job of the whole day. I'm from Illinois, so I'll say vote early and often.
Yeah, we listed as a competitor. All books have it. One of them. Also, app Obviline.
I don't know. Did anybody slip Enoch at 20 on the way in?
It's called OBS.
I won't. I promise. I won't ask.
that she could use.
Luke's typing. Getting ready?
Awesome.
Algorithm-based, right?
So I have a question, Luke. Do you, like Mark Zuckerberg, cover your microphone and your video camera?
Not yet.
Not yet?
That's some tape there.
Okay, you ready? Come on down, Luke. All right, come on down.
I'm not the one to talk to her about this. I think my wife would have to be the one to talk to her.
All right, Luke. Take
I can talk to her.
okay,
about
3 minutes,
everything
just
else.
like everybody else.
There you go.
That's a-
So my name's Luke. I'm with an investment thing called Y Combinator. Specifically, my job there is I'm director of hardware. And I wasn't kidding about what I said at the start, that literally I want non-software things to move as quickly as software. Hardware and certainly biotech have way more potential. They attract way less investment than they should. And they're way more, frankly, I think, interesting than, another Tinder app. So my not-so-secret plan is to get a majority of the companies at Y Combinator and a majority of, frankly, all investment flowing to things like the companies that all of you are talking about. You may have noticed a recurring theme with the question that I asked, which was, when are you going to launch? That's the secret weapon to actually figuring out if anybody cares about the beautiful things you're building. It's not launching this perfect thing that everyone loves the first time. It's launching this horrible, ugly thing. My role with hardware is as soon as it's not going to catch fire more than half of the time is when you should be getting it in front of users. Maybe have a slightly higher standard with biotech things. Like as soon as you're not going to hurt people, basically. As soon as you're going to hurt people less than they're hurting by not using your product, we'll call it. With the animal stuff, I don't know what it is. As soon as the cow won't have two heads, I guess would be the standard. But I'm not kidding about this. I mean, it is fun because then you're actually showing your thing that you've worked so hard and so long on to real users. It's scary because it's going to be imperfect to you. I mean, my company that went through Y Combinator, the product's in Home Depot now, and it's like cool that it's in Home Depot, but it's also still imperfect. Like, I'll take it apart and change 50 things about it. Your product's never going to be perfect. All of these stories you hear about, the great roads to success of the Googles or the Facebooks or whoever of the world, they're all lies. They're highlight reels. The real story, which if you come to Y Combinator, you'll see these founders speak and they'll give you the off-the-record honest version, and you'll hear about a little bit of the drama and the many failures that occurred along the way. That's the norm. The secret to launching a product is just to launch a product, to stop waiting, to do it. If any of you want to get into Y Combinator, one, I'd strongly encourage you to apply. Two, email me. It's Luke, L-U-K-E, ycombinator.com. I'll certainly give you honest feedback. Our next set of applications open at the end of August. Our next cohort runs in January. Ask Will. He'll give you honest feedback. Talk to any of our other alumni. We funded over 1,200. We're the only incubator, accelerator, whatever, to have unicorns, as in companies that have achieved over $1 billion funding, and we have over a dozen of them. The most recent was Cruise, a self-driving car company that GM just bought for over $1 billion. So we know what we're talking about getting entrepreneurs to simplify and focus on what matters. And that's quite simple. It's make things people want, our motto. So you have to make things. All of you are overdoing it in that category. I'm 100% convinced. And then where you're lacking a bit is maintaining evidence that people actually want what you're making. So put up the hearing app, launch the products, do the minimally regulated route, and pursue regulatory approval in the meantime if it's relevant for you. I don't know. That seems slow to me. I know it adds some value, but you can certainly launch something, some minimum viable product without. So if you have any questions, please email me after. And I literally want to see everyone in this room starting companies that either apply to YC or just bootstrap their own way to $1 billion plus valuations and world-changing results. Thanks.
I have a question for you. Do you know what a walleye is?
I'm from Pennsylvania originally, so I do.
Okay, all right, great. Okay, great. Okay, the carp, but better. All right. Okay, while we get the last of the information, I want to acknowledge two wonderful, amazing interns, Zachary Ware-Jonkis and Enoch Tan. These two gentlemen made this whole thing work. It was really awesome. Okay, so we have prizes. Oh, no, we'll pull them out one at a time. Okay, so for our junior angler, the division winners for our first, and hopefully first of many, Walleye Tank events is Go Audio. Come on down. Okay. Come on down. Will, you can take a shot at them with the... Okay, let me describe this prize. So this prize is a one-of-a-kind written lure, and it's a very big lure. The reason it's a big lure is if you want to catch a big walleye, you need a big lure. You don't want to use a little lure because you need a little walleye. So these guys are ready, and I think you did a great job. Thank you very much. That was awesome. Okay. For the professional, we have our third place prize. So that was, runner-up. So our runner-up hold on. I don't want to do what happened earlier this year. Okay. That's first place. That's second. All right. So second place, our runner-up is Auric Sciences. Okay. So Luke actually had to go. He had a family event. All right. So we will hand it off to him. All right. All right. It is. For your own benefit, that is a cribbage board, a genuine walleye cribbage board for Luke to have on his table and play. Okay. So what's first place? Who's first? Okay. Our first place. And the winner of the 2016 Walleye Tank competition, come on over. I'm going to show it to you. This is a 3D metal walleye. Is micrometer. Come on out. Congratulations. That was great. Okay. Well, take a shot.
You got to pose for the picture.
Awesome. All right.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thanks, everybody. Okay, so on the chart we have one thing. We have reservations. This is a community building event at Cafe Steam. Encourage all of you or any that are interested to participate in a post-event watering hole. I just had one last piece. I want to thank the Walleyes. Thank you very much. Please, everybody, thank you for their time. The last bit is, this was an experiment. This whole event was an experiment that got built as we go. And I would love to get anybody's feedback for opportunities to improve, expand, and grow. I know we will be growing for the next event with the University of Minnesota with Allison Hubble. The deal's already been inked. And I know the Florida group is interested, has expressed interest in continuing. So I want to thank you, everybody, for your time. And go out and make the world a better place. Thank you.